What is up, guys? The JAILBREAK here, and I wanted to give you some updates on what's happening with the channel and um, why I haven't really uploaded and some other stuff. Now, to start things off, as you all know, my iPhone that I've shown how to get iPhone 10 live wallpapers on and all sorts of other tweaks has been updated to iOS 11. Not on purpose, rather forced. Now, what happened exactly was that the iPhone was just locked and it was charging. So, as you do, you lock your phone when it's charging. And I was playing some GTA 5, and then all of a sudden I get a notification saying that I need to enter in my Apple ID password. And so I do, and this was all in settings. It wasn't through a third-party app. No, this was in the actual settings app. So I did that, and what happened after a few seconds, it kicked me to the setup screen, and then it told me it had an activation lock, which was weird because I didn't initiate an activation lock, because normally you do that. It does that if you restore the iPhone in iTunes, or something like that, or if you initiate lost mode, or you wipe the phone through Find My iPhone. But this happened during, it was actually on the actual home screen, or rather in the settings app. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there. So I entered in my Apple ID, and then it said it couldn't connect to the activation servers. So I was like, okay, it's probably just a glitch. So I turned the phone off, tried to turn it back on again. I'm not really expecting much, just to turn it for it to turn on, and that's about it. And it'll be just fine. But it turns out it was actually a bit more than that, because then I realized it's not turning on. And the reason, like how I found out it wasn't turning on, was because the Apple logo would show for about 30 seconds, and then it would just shut off again. And then okay, what's going on now? So okay, I'm like, maybe it failed to boot the first time. Let's try a second time. So I tried turning on a second time, and it did the same thing. So I was like, okay, this is definitely a software issue. So I never really call Apple if I have a problem, but seeing as I had to look on Google, but and no one's really had a problem like my kind of problem. So I phoned Apple, and they said an activation lock can happen at any time, or whatever. So I'm like, okay, not sure how that works, but okay. Um, and I did end up restoring it to iOS 11.1.2. Now it says 11.1.1 right there, but it's actually not 11.1.1. Well, it is 11.1.1, but originally it was 11.1.2, but it kept on crashing and crashing and crashing, mainly because of the date bug. Even after the 2nd of December. So I was like, okay, maybe I should downgrade to iOS 11.1.1 while it's still being signed. Now, at the time, iOS 11.2 was the latest iOS, like public released. So I could have restored to that, but seeing as there's a jailbreak in the works, and it looks like it is coming real soon, I decided to stay on 11.1. But personally, I'd rather have a jailbreak on iOS 11.2, mainly because it's just more stable, it's got better battery life, and so on and so on. So now this, yeah, I can't downgrade this now to back to iOS 10.1.1. So yeah, I have lost Cydia, but I've got one of the features that I used to use, which was the hack Snapchat. Turns out there's an app for it, and so I download that and I use that now. But everything else, I've had to delete most apps because I don't know why, but it still kept on crashing on iOS 11.1.1 even though I downgraded. So I'm not really sure what's gone on there. So yeah, once a jailbreak comes out for iOS 11, I will be making a video on it. So stay tuned, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you're notified of when I upload. Um, and yeah, I mean, thanks. I'm like as of the time of this as the time of recording this video, I'm nearly at about 700 subscribers. So what's my channel? So 699 subscribers. Just one more for the big 700. I'm liking the progress that we're all making, so I hope to be doing some more videos. And you know, as I said, if the jailbreak comes out, hopefully by Christmas, we get a jailbreak for Christmas. I'll do a how-to video on it using this device, and yeah, it'll be legit tutorial. It won't be some fake bullshit or something like that. No, it'll be real tutorial on how to jailbreak iOS 11.1.2 and below. Now, I'm not actually happy at this point because I've lost all my tweaks and everything, and just I mean, because it is a 6, I used to use a 3D touch tweak, and not using that just seems weird. I know some people don't use it, but I did for like starting a new tab or a private tab or settings, like going to the toggles and whatnot. I used to use that a lot, like, so nah, it's not. I don't like iOS 11 mainly because the performance of it is not that good on the iPhone 6. I mean, it's good for maybe if you don't use it that much, but I use a phone a lot, which is why I have a Galaxy S5, which is still actually running pretty perfect on Android 7.1.2. He hasn't got the Android Oreo update yet, but that's due to if like Lineage OS gets updated to version 15. But yeah, I do like using my S5, and I'm considering just switching back to Android now, seeing as iOS is not like, it's just not as good as it used to be. I do prefer iOS 10 over this. That I just don't like any of the animations. Although I do like the control center; it's good. Notification center. I mean, this is basically a lock screen, so yeah. But I'm not actually happy about any of this. But yeah, oh well. At least I've got a working phone. But yeah, I'd still do a tweak box and whatnot. But it's just it's just not the same without a full jailbreak. But yeah, I will try to make some videos that can be related to like people who are not jailbroken now, seeing as I'm not jailbroken myself. So yeah, I mean, the channel is doing pretty good so far, I'd say. So hopefully this jailbreak comes out by Christmas. I hope carrying on Sorik, the creator of Cydia, and everyone else in the jailbreak community to work on the exploit. I mean, Ian Beer, he released an exploit not that long ago for an iOS 11.1.2 jailbreak, and yeah, I mean, there is also even good luck for the 32-bit devices on iOS 10, so that's like iPhone 5, 5C, iPad 4. So they are gonna get a jailbreak on iOS 10.3.3. I'm not sure if it's gonna be fully untethered, but it's still a jailbreak, whether it's a tethered, semi-untethered, or just untethered. It's still a jailbreak, which is quite good, and and the fact that it's iOS 10.3.3, which no one really could jailbreak on 64-bit. I mean, I'd say that is pretty a really good achievement. So yeah, I mean, everyone in the community, I thank them for like continuing to carry on the jailbreak legacy, and not for jailbreaking to just be dead, as some people say. But every iOS version will be jailbroken. That's just it. I mean, look, we thought iOS 9 was going to be jailbroken, got jailbroken, even though it did take quite a long time. iOS 10 got jailbroken with Yalu, and we thought an iOS 10 jailbreak wasn't going to come out. And now it looks like an iOS 11 jailbreak's going to come out. An OS that we thought would kill jailbreaking altogether. Now, I have a lot of hope in the community and Sorik. And the fact that Sorik doesn't really get paid for this, and he's got work to do as well, while also making Cydia compatible for iOS 11 and iPhone 10. I'd he should really be getting some donations. So I'll leave a link in the description so you can go and donate to him, and because I mean, look at all the hard work he's been doing all these years, since what 2007 to 10 years later, 2017, with iOS 11. So I mean, I thank Sorik, and yeah, again, I thank all the jailbreak community for trying to make a working jailbreak, and I think this will be the first community based jailbreak, which I don't think has been done before, but I'm not sure. But don't take my word for it. So yeah, I mean, that's all I wanted to say. Just a quick. I mean, I know it's like been about 12 minutes, but yeah, I thought I'd just explain what's going on with the iPhone and jailbreaking altogether. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Please subscribe, like, share with your friends. Yeah, and subscribe, turn the bell notification on, seeing as the jailbreak is on the way. So yeah, peace.